Hello there and welcome back. Today we talk about this, again, another setup that I really having fun playing. Lately well, my cat is lately very demanding for my attention and is meowing on the background, so sorry. Lately I'm really enjoying creating sort of a glitchy rhythm with the Rytm, and I love to use the T1 as a sequencer because I can get in a very interesting, it's a very interesting way to create evolving and cool rhythm pattern. Beside that, I was thinking to add just very simple melodic line, and I'm using the Deckard Dream for that, and all is sequenced by T1. I really enjoy the T1 as a brain center for a performance because it's super easy and fast to get something very cool. So what I'm learning here in Italy is that my cat become more demanding. He really likes the outside. He really likes to go around, so I have every day to take him out like a dog. Otto, I'm working here. Anyway, before going on and explain what's happening here, as usual, a few ways you can support the channel and my, whatever it is, my work. You can subscribe, you can like this video and share it. That's free. You can buy from the affiliate link down below, and you can become a Patreon, where I go more in depth with a lot of more videos and ideas, and this week I will publish a mixing lesson, so how to get from a sketch that I did on the syntax, but a similar kind of workflow, and make it a full track. Okay, so let's go back to this. The last few weeks I worked a lot with the syntax. Last week I did a comparison between syntax, Rytm, and machine drum, and in that video I played the pattern that I did, really influenced by me listening a lot to Raster Norton stuff lately. And so I wanted to create some glitchy kind of kit. And I think the Rytm is very good with that. A lot of people ask me how to get stuff like that. I'll go through that. What I found out is like this is for me is a great platform to do sound design, rhythmic sound design. I think this is ahead of both machine drum and syntax, so I keep using this for creating sounds. While the sequencer, of course, is great, rhythmically speaking, I prefer to use something like this. I think Euclidean rhythm is, for me, it's something that really fits my workflow. So I did a setup in which I control the 12 track of the Rytm with 12 channel of the T1. So from 1 to 12 is the Rytm, and then from 13 to 16 it's the Deckard Dream. And I usually like to limit myself in 2 or 3 instruments. In this case, I don't even use pedals, and I have something going on in Ableton. And what it is, it's a Denise Perfect, what's the name? Perfect, it's the reverb that it's amazing. The Perfect Plate. This would be without. With some Docker. I love that plugin. And then I have the Denise Bad Tape on the Deckard. This would be without, and this with. I love Denise plugins. I really recommend them. So my idea was to create something simple for this, and I have this very 3-chord progression, and I added also this that is a sort of lead line that is pretty random, and I have some bass line that come in a little glitchy. I didn't use this last channel, so basically right now what you have is this would be my melodic part, made only with this. I have a setup, I did, what's the name, patch here, so the only things of the Deckard Dreams for me still is not a machine that I use easily on the fly. It's a different layout of basically all the command you have in many other synth. It sounds gorgeous, and like every time I turn it on, I'm really pleased. But yeah, it's not something like the Vermona Performer that I don't need preset because I know it and I really relate with the sound. This one, I need the preset. I need to work on it and save it. So we will do a quick setup and patch again later on, so I can show you how I did it, and I can also show you why I praise so much the T1. And then again on this other track they will trigger all the Rytm. So the Rytm, you in the MIDI config page you will have the port config, and you can actually no, these are channels. You can set a MIDI channel for any of the track. So right now it's track 1, MIDI channel 1, and so on. So 1 to 12. And I had to do the setup here, show you later when we start a new patch. And basically that's about it. Once you do that, let me mute and I wanna play the full rhythm part that is made on the Rytm. The fun part here is like once you laid down all the part, it's pretty easy to perform. This track I'm working on is gonna be in my next EP. Yesterday I did the mixing of it, and it came out pretty cool. Very simple. I would call it minimal in the way that I like to use just 2 instruments and made everything out of that. What I do this kind of patch. I record it on the DAW. In this case, I'm using the USB out for the Rytm. That is a brilliant feature, so I can have all the tracks separated and then I can do mixing there. Of course, I would love to use sometime analog effects and stuff, but I think the convenience of having everything separated, especially for this kind of track where there's a lot of complex rhythm going on, it's great. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's create something that will probably not sound as cool, but just to show how easy it is to get going. So T1, I'll choose another pattern. You can save a preset and then copy on all the others, so you don't have to do this all the time, but I just want to show you how to do. And then we also show some trick on the sound design on the Rytm. So pattern, I'll get a fresh one. Nothing happening. First things you have to do is set up the MIDI channel. So I know that this would mirror the track there. So here is going to be track 1, channel 1, track 2, channel 2, and goes on like this. So I press the track I wanna, channel, and this is 1 through 16. Set. Now these 4 will go to Deckard Dreams that I set on channel 15. So I can select them all, 1, 2, 3, 4, channel 15. Also these 4, I want to set a scale. So press scale down, minor. Then now we can see if it works. So let's put on just a few pulls here. It works. Now, since I'm working with Ableton setup, I cannot remove the effects right now because it could be too complex, so it will sound a little similar to the one before. Now, let's check if this works. So this should trigger this sound. Now, if I had pulses, and I had pulses just pushing pulses down and rotating, and that's the beauty of it. It's very easy to get things going. Let me mute. Nothing happened. This happens because the pitch is not right. So if you press pitch, this C that should be C3 doesn't trigger anything. So we need to put a lower pitch. Here we are. And to lower, you press up and down octave, and this would be your scale. And you can actually tune it, so that's fun too. So you have to do that for every channel, right? So what you can do is like select everything, and then on the pitch you remove the one you have, you go down 2 octaves and you place one. Now, if I had pulses on everything, it should work, but let's just use one at a time. So this work. Let's try this other one. It work, and so on. We don't have to try everything. So what now? The fun part, it's like it's super fast to set up thing. Now you need to know where your sound fall out. I have this kit here, and let's also talk a little about this sound design on the Rytm. So this is the kit I have. Auto. The sound you hear is the cat, it's not there. I should sample. So this is the kit going on, and let me actually play some sound. This is internal, it's not sequenced by the this machine. I create few of these interesting kit. Interesting to me, at least. And this is made all with the sound, the Rytm circuit. Let's go back to the one and let's create something. Okay, usually what I do, I choose an empty pattern, and from the empty pattern, because I know that it's gonna be sequenced by this guy. Now the sequencer is going because it's linked to Ableton. I forgot to put the transport off, but anyway, that doesn't mean anything. So let's just go random and create something interesting. So I usually start with some kick. So I put 3. I did a video on this one before, so check that. Euclidean sequencer mean you put trigs and they are evenly spaced in the number of steps. So there's 16 steps right now. I put 3 triggers and they've been spaced like that. So first things that I usually like to do is putting steps and then add some randomness. Random is the key part, I feel, of the T1. So let's add stuff. With control, you have add the second, you reach the second function of the knob. In this case is rotate, that it will move the triggers. Nice. Let's keep adding and then we will change. let's rotate. And let's make this one 15 step. See, buddy. Okay, this is this can fall with the kick. Nice. We can tune, so this is the tom. Let's tune it down. And that is my mom screaming. It's a loud place, this one. Here it is. I'm already liking what I'm hearing. Let's add some of this sort of hi-hat. And let's start one of these. Okay, let's see if this can work. Now you have a few option to make things interesting. This would be no randomness happening. So let me show you where the fun begins. I'm muting everything, and now I'm having only the channel 9, that is this glitchy sound. So we can add repeat. So I want to go random. So I press the random button and then press the repeat, and I had randomness. As you can hear, there's that happening. What you can do also, you can randomize velocity. As you can hear, it change, and accent. And you can actually add the groove. Let's add some groove. So what happened with random is just like when you turn on the machine, it loads up for each knob cyclical randomness. So basically it's usually a cycle, a 16-step of randomness that you can reset, or you can decide the rate of randomness if it's like stay as is or change continuously. That's the brilliant part. Again, more on the video I did about that. Let's get back the things. You can also random the pulses, so have more or less. So let's randomize the pulses of the kick. So random pulses. As you can hear, now it's getting more random, right? When you're kind of happy with what you're hearing, Control save, and you save the full bank. And that's it. Say this is something, and this is something that once you are confident with the machine, you can do fast and easy by yourself. So you need to have your kit ready, know where it has been placed, and then some sound. The fun part is like you can go with this and a computer in Ableton and have many instruments there, even piano and whatever. It sounds great, and just jam randomly with a computer. And this as USB, super easy. Things are not working today. What's happening? My mic just full. Let's add some tune, some melodic things to it, right? So here it is. First, you can choose a sound. We won't go through the sound design. These are all things that I created, so it's kinda not cheating too much. Let's add some pitch value. Let's and that's it. Now there's this super long tail reverb that I'm hearing right now, but I can definitely tune down. It's hard to record video because I have the live things in my headphones, so I might change it later, so this will not sound as bad as I hear it right now, so bear with me. But it was just something fast. If you want to add single note, you have the style here, control, and this is. And you can put together the two things. Let's add some and then you can just start jamming and jamming. And so on. Now, as usual, is like I'm limited in what I can do, but it was just to show you how fast you can get something going and perform. The other fun part here is just like you have the control all sort of thing, so you can press pattern, temporary, and now whatever I do, it will be mirrored to all the channel here. And when I depress the button, it go back to the original things. It's very fun for rhythm stuff. Let's hear. Add pulses, remove impulses, repeat, add swing, accent, and then remove velocity, change pitch. And back to the original part. So once you have things set up, this is super fun. All right, again, that was mostly it. I want to keep it easy. I'm actually packing to go to Berlin, so the moment this video will be out this Saturday, I'm gonna be in Berlin for the Super Booth. Next week I'm gonna talk about it and see what happened there. I'm gonna do a small performance there for Jukes, so pretty excited about that. It's gonna be my first ever Super Booth. All right, that was about it. Another setup, another fun way to enjoy. And again, it's all, to me, based on the interface you're using. In this case, it's the T1. It leads me to certain things. When I use the aux is another. When I use the Elektron is another. I love sequencer. I think interfaces is what create an interface between you and the music you want to do. So it's great to have multiple of them because it really, really push the creativity. And that's about me, of course. All right, I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Thanks for supporting. Love you guys. Ciao.